Okay, welcome back. Here we are now with this crypto miner machine and miner S19J Pro. The machines were working continuously. You know how these machines work. The client told me they were not working anymore. We are now going to open everything and see how it is. So the first thing I saw, they are heavily used. There are lots of scratches and markings. These machines are for professional use. I wouldn't move them along and I would be very careful with them. As you can see, it's very scratched, so I don't know why it's that, but I don't like it. We have corrosion, and here is like kind of signs of liquid or something. Let me zoom in. So this is not good, and I previously opened it and blow it with my compressor. As you can see from this photograph, lots of dirt, and we are going to see corrosion inside. So the machines were used in a very humid environment. That's a pity, because server rooms or machine rooms should have temperature and humidity control. Here it's not the case, I think. Let me see if I can take off this. Some IPA here, just to see. Yeah, I don't know what's about these markings, but sensible electronics, as these machines, shouldn't work in humid places. You have to have controlled temperature with air conditioning and humid control also with air conditioning. Also, it's obvious you should have the room isolated, with no windows to the street, with no movement of people coming in and out. That's not necessary. They are all connected through Ethernet. Here, you plug it in, you connect it to your network, and you run it with the software. I know when things are not right. I know when things were running in a bad, humid place. I can see lots of corrosion here on the grill as well. That's the air that ran over here. That's not good. You will have trouble, obviously. Everything is going to corrode. Okay, let's start opening this. This module here is the power supply. And as you can see, it's apart from the system. So this we are not going to bring attention to. I'm not going to touch it for now. 208 amp maximum, so that's a lot of power. We have this case, and here we have the controller, and here we have the three cards that are slotted inside here. Here I don't see corrosion, but we don't have any cooling in this top part. I don't see any problem whatsoever. I'm going to take out the cards and we are going to see how they look. I'm going to stand this. Let's take out these screws. I think these are the power rails. Okay, and there we go. They're very heavy, and yeah, look. Let me put this aside. I'm going to show you. We're going to zoom in and we are going to take a look, and let me show you, and you'll be the judge. Should these machines be working with this kind of grit? No. Look here. That's corrosion. That white dust, that's corrosion from the heatsink. Look, that's what we are dealing with here. So this is bad news. This is not good at all. Look at the screws. Let's zoom in again. Do you think that's a healthy screw for a board like this. Let's see how it is down here. Signs of liquid where the dirt is. That's not normal. There. We have liquid damage here. Look, what about that? Let's continue taking off the screws. Imagine the corrosion the screws have. Imagine the solder joints. I see like feathers. Why there is so much dirt inside here? Here you can see how easy it can be destroyed. A machine like this. I have 30-year-old computers I have found in a better state than this. So okay. So there are two heat sinks. Here we have the chips. Dirt, dirt, dirt everywhere. And humidity. So now this was never meant to be used like this. This is in a horrible condition. I have to wash this to see what happens. No, this is terrible. I think this is very bad. Okay, I'm going to get off the other three boards and I will have to wash them, and we are going to see then the damage. Let me show you something. I've opened the power supply. I wanted to see dirt inside here. This is what I mean. Not the right environment down here. Look at that. Do you think this is appropriate for a server room? For a machine room? I don't know if this is feathers. No, it's ridiculous the amount here of dirt. It's ridiculous. There you have it. This is very nasty. One of the nastiest machines I ever got. I had never expected this with this kind of machines. So I'm going to clean this the best I can, both machines, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the news are not very good. Starting with the heat sinks, we can see the thermal compound or thermal grease is very old. It's dry completely, and chips are like burned on the surface of the heatsink. Look at that one. Here is another one that's very bad. Look at that. And here we can see the corrosion, how it pitted in the heatsink. That's not dirt, corrosion. Yeah. These chips on the corners, I think for temperature monitoring as well. Let's look at this one. It's the worst of the six. Let me zoom in. So that's really corroded, the legs, and this side very bad. I'm going to show you on my cell phone camera. It's even better, the shot, but yeah, lots of corrosion, so not very promising. Now you know, thermal compound should be replaced 4 or 5 months. Also a good cleaning. You need a very good maintenance. I've chatted with the client and we have decided that we are going to try and change this thermometer chips that are on the corners that are corroded, the legs, as we saw before. This board is quite in a good shape, other ones are not so good. So I've already cleaned them, the old thermal paste that was crystallized, as you can see here. We have a coating that's protecting the board. I like very much how it's assembled this. It's very professional. Here I have the new chips. I'm going to change them. They were very cheap, so maybe we are lucky and they come back. But I'm missing some IPA cleaning. I'm going to clean now and be right back. So the boards are clean now. It's been quite a job. They turned out very good, I think. Here, the side with the chips, I see it in a very good condition in all the boards. No corrosion whatsoever, luckily. And also I've cleaned the heatsinks. Maybe if I only get 3 working at least. So here I have the chips to replace, and also I have some capacitors and resistors. Let me get off these chips off camera. Let's see how it goes and I'll be right back. So I finished repairing the best 3 of the boards, and as you can see, the job is not very nice because the capacitors and the resistors I have were this size. I couldn't get any other size, and besides the horrible presentation, everything is connected correctly. But it's just for testing. I don't think this machine would be reliable anymore, but as you can see, the rest it's quite good. Here I'm missing a heatsink that fell off because of corrosion as well, and there is no chip down there, it's only soldered. So I'm going to put the heatsinks from the other side and I'm going to solder it again. So now it's time to put some thermal compound, some thermal grease on each one of the chips. I'm going to go with that and I'll be right back. So I finished putting the heatsinks on its place. We have the best 3 boards. To see what happens, I'm going to choose one of the cases and start the assembly. Here is one. Okay, so the appearance is quite similar. Model D3 version BB-V2.5, and this one is another one, CTRL-C78. So I'm going to choose this one. I see it in a better condition, but I don't think the controller is going to be the issue here. So here I have board number 1. Let's put it in number 1. Then we have board number 3 and board number 2, the other side. Let's put the screws in, big chunky power rails. Okay, controller connectors. There it is. And everything looks fine. Cover. Little dog. I'm sorry. We are missing some more screws here. There it is. Time for connection. We have 2 power inputs that must be connected together in order to start and work. And we have an Ethernet that I need to connect so I can access the program or the address. Let's start connecting this and see what happens. Moment of truth. I have the power cables to a socket in the wall that can handle the current in this machine. So let's go. Super noisy. some lights. Ethernet disconnected. We have a red light. I'm going to try and access the device through Ethernet. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have some improvements here. We have two boards that are recognized. You are going to see in this other capture. We have two working boards, so now I can test and see if I miss something. Okay, I'll be back. So here we have one machine working. We have two boards we could recover. And here on the capture, the machine is working. We're working for now. I'm going to see if I can make another board work. When testing one of the boards, number 5, this one caught on fire. It was a huge burn. There was a cap that popped out. So yeah. So this is only for donor board. Goodbye, my friend.
Well, I hope you liked the video. If you want, you can leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.